Hello, hi everyone. I hope you're having an amazing day so far. Today, this video is going to be about the age of Leo. So, if you want to learn more about the age of Leo, keep watching. I have my, it really doesn't look good, my dirty soda. It tastes so good though. Alrighty, I'm gonna try not to have too many cuts, but yeah, I have my dirty soda with me. Get a beverage with you so we can have a little drink and we can talk. This is non-alcoholic. Obviously, it's soda, but get a drink and let's talk about astrology. Along with my beverage, I have my notes. So that way I can just look right over here and not have to look down so much, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, starting off strong. We're taking it back to about 10,000 to 8,000 BC. Remember, the ages all last about 2,100 years. There's no set date. Okay, the age of Leo started this day. The age of Gemini starts this day. It's a gradual thing. So the energy just kind of lingers and slowly comes into its energy throughout the years. So I believe it can take like 700 years to close the closing energy. Leo is traditionally a fire masculine sign. So you want to think of all the Leo traits that you know that we love and know of today. Leos are bold, creative, passionate, brave. Leadership is heavy with Leos. What else do we have? We also have some not so good traits of Leo, which are kind of arrogant, self-centeredness, drama. Not always bad, but those are kind of some Leo qualities that you can think of those qualities when you think of 10,000 to 8,000 BC. So this will be one of my shorter videos. I did want to start with the age of Leo because we are going into the age of Aquarius, which is the polar opposite of Leo. So that's another thing you can think of when you're thinking of Leos. Think of like the opposite of Aquarius. That is the age of Leo. Sorry about that. My camera got messed up. Okay, so we're going back to the time period. What was going on during that time? The Ice Age just was kind of coming to an end. Of course, it's a gradual thing, but the Earth was starting to warm up. Hence, Leo, there's like some more correlation right there. Leo, fire sign, warmth. A lot of people, when they think of Leos, they think of warmth as well. So that's kind of what was going on during the beginning of it. So we did start to see, for the first time, people kind of slowly creating small societies, small little civilizations that were not just completely inside the caves. In this era, we really started to see humans start to realize that they were creatives, they were artists. So we see a lot of expressive art from this time period. Another really crazy thing that just blows my mind is the Sphinx. It's at the Pyramid of Giza. They believe that it was possibly created back during this time. It's a half woman, half lion. So, well, it's a cat. I don't know if it's technically a lion, is it? Either way, besides the Sphinx, there is other buildings, there's other things that were created that are like kind of like world wonders that are around the world. Like there's one in Japan. There's a few around. I can't remember what they were called off the top of my head, but they also were believed to take place during this time era, or to be created during this time era, which would again kind of be the correlation with Leo and creativity and art. We saw a lot of art in the caves during this time as well. Another big part of this era was worship of the sun, worship of the solar gods. There wasn't necessarily religion like how we see it today. It was more, again, worshiping the earth and the sun and stuff like that, but specifically the sun and the solar. And there was a little bit of astro research being done as well, supposedly, we believe. Again, a lot of stuff during this time we don't really know because they weren't writing shit down. I'm sorry, I did take a little dab before this just because I feel like it helps get my juices flowing, but then sometimes it's hard to get the words out. And I'm gonna... This looks really gross, actually. It's Canada Dry, the cherry. It's so good with cold foam. Okay, I kind of mentioned how small societies were forming, and by the end of it, we had kings and mostly just monarch governments, which again is very Leo-like. Leos are very just like I, me, and they like to lead things. And also, when you look at a Leo, their animal is the lion. The lions are the king of the jungle. So again, king and king, they kind of go together. And, you know, they are great leaders most of the time, but of course, there's always a shadow side. So there was a lot of abuse of power, a lot of selfishness, a lot of things that led to downfalls of really great societies. This was known as the Golden Age, so I do really have good thoughts. Like, I love learning about this age. I wish that there was more stuff that I could learn about. What I find really interesting to think about is how we're going into the age of Aquarius next. So think about all that I just talked about. It's probably going to be the opposite of all of that. So I don't know. I'm just so excited because, I mean, I'm a Leo, so Aquarius is kind of like a weird, I don't know, it's just always like a weird vibe to me. But I'm so excited for this next era of astrology, and like, this is literally history that's happening. This does not happen. Again, it only happens every, I think it's 2,160 years. So the fact that we are getting to live through this transition period, it's just so cool. And then it's like, I wish we could see in another 12,000 years, when it's the age of Aquarius again, what's going to happen, like how different it's going to be from this age of Aquarius. Like, I don't know, I could go on, and if you have any books or podcasts or shows or YouTubers or any suggestions on more info on this, because I'm just like, I'm learning. Like, I've been into this topic for years, but like, you never are done learning, and I'm definitely not an expert at all. This is just because I'm a nerd and I like to study. And again, I had gone down rabbit holes 12 hours straight of just doing research, and I've actually done it for more like current times, but I think I want to just like go down my own rabbit hole and do like my own research on my own history and just go through each, because not only are there the ages, there's also eras. So the ages are 2,160 years, I believe. We'll say 2,000 years. And then the eras are 180 years. So every 180 years within that 2,000 years, there's a different era. And then within that, the era, there's phases, which are, I believe it's 15 years. So, and they're all different zodiacs and constellations, and it's just really crazy how deep you can get and how accurate, you know, you can look at history and see it repeating itself. So yes, next one is Age of Cancer. Comment below if you have any questions or recommendations, please, and thank you.